Check this out. This is a German bow. At first glance, it looks like a wooden stick with hair. But let's take a moment to examine it further. Did you know that the bow itself was an instrument? Did you know that the bow has metal on it? Did you know that the hair on the bow is actually horsehair? If you did, great. And if you didn't, you're probably scratching the top of your head a little bit right now. Bows can be made up of various materials ranging from wood to carbon fiber, to fiberglass, to plastic, animal bone, various different metals, and sometimes expensive or rare materials like gold or ivory. Let's learn a little bit more about the German bow. The German bow is known for being the original bass bow, and it's been developed and modernized over centuries. Back upon its creation, the curvature of the stick was actually reversed, so the bow actually looked like the shape of a bow and arrow. The bow has always been held underhand, unlike the French bow, which is held overhand. Starting right under my hand here, pointing at the wood, this entire long piece makes up a majority of the bow. It's called the stick. Back over here by my hand, we have a black piece of ebony wood, which often features inlays or decorations such as abalone, plastic, sometimes fancy metals like gold or silver. The frog is the area where you'll be holding the bow. The frog is much larger on a German bow than it is on a French bow. Just off of it, we have the ferrule, which is this little piece right here. It helps to keep the bow hairs tight and tucked away on the frog. On the far side of the frog, past my hand, we have the screw, which helps us to tighten and loosen the hairs to the desired tension. Along the stick, there's a grip made out of leather. The grip on your bow at home or at school could be made out of various different materials. Sometimes you'll see like a metal winding or like a rubber instead of leather, or sometimes you'll see those materials in addition to leather. But here I have leather and some sort of synthetic winding. Following the hair and the stick all the way to the other end of the bow, we get to this special shaped point here. The shape of the bow head is a lot like the scroll of an instrument. The head shape is unique to each bow. This whole region of the bow underneath the head is often called the tip. But the tip really refers to the true tip, which is all the way out here. This piece underneath the tip is called the tip protector, and it can be made out of plastic, bone, wood, or metal. The one on this bow is made out of metal. Like the frog, we also have the hairs being tucked away and hidden inside of the stick here. I'd like to talk about some famous German bow users. There's a lot of them out there in the world. Some of these players that I'm going to be naming are still alive. Some have unfortunately left this earth, but needless to say, all of them have contributed to the German bow, its hold, its approach, and so on. We have Gary Carr, Bojo Paradzik, Paul Chambers, Dominique Wagner, Ray Brown, Joel Corrington, Jeff Braditich, David Allen Moore, Aaron Olguin, Mikyoung Song, Odan Rax, Paul Ellison, and Christine Hook.